Hello and welcome everybody to iRacing once again, and I want to start off first of all by apologising for the lack of Gran Turismo sport content that has been on my channel over the last couple of weeks, but rest assured after this weekend we will be back in full swing on Gran Turismo, so if that's what you're hanging around for, then don't go anywhere. Now, of course, as the title suggests, I have so much to announce and I want to try and get it out of the way straight away. So, first and foremost, the reason why I'm on iRacing again tonight, and probably will be potentially over the next couple of nights, is because this weekend on Saturday, I will be partaking in the Bathurst 12-hour event on iRacing. And that's going to be a pretty big event. I'm actually going to be doing it with fellow YouTuber and friend of the channel, Eerie Is. So a lot of people will have seen his video already announcing that, but if you haven't, it's going to be the two of us taking on the Bathurst 12-hour. So that is going to be pretty epic. It starts at midnight my time. It's going to be live streamed on both of our channels. I'm not yet 100% sure how the split will go between Eerie Ears and myself when we'll be driving, but rest assured there'll be plenty of live streams. I do hope you guys can stick it out and come along for a bit of a watch there. That's why I'm on iRacing tonight, because I need to get a license, a driver rating. I don't know if you can see it up the top. It's very small. It's currently 3.31, which is not where I need to be. I need to be at 4, otherwise I'm ineligible to enter. So it is the final panic dash. I'm going to have to do plenty of races and get some decent results, get some good rating there to get up towards 4.0, which is going to be my goal this week. And then I actually have to find some time to do some practice. We're going to be racing in the Mercedes AMG, and it's at the Bathurst track, obviously, which you guys would have figured out from the name Bathurst 12 Hour, I guess. But yeah, it's going to be in the Mercedes AMG, so I'm going to need to do plenty of practice there, ready to go for that race. Now, it is, of course, just one of multiple announcements I have. The next announcement is to do with my second annual Bathurst 1.2 hour event. I ran it last year around about the same time on Gran Turismo Sport. It's going to be the same now. So the way it's going to work is we are going to have possibly two races, depending on how many people sign up to the Bathurst 1.2 hour. It's going to be on February the 17th, which is a Sunday. So for Australians, it's going to be Sunday night, which I think is a fairly decent time. It's going to be Sunday morning if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, in Europe or America or wherever it is that you're coming from, if you're interested. Now, to read all of the rules on this, the regulations, which by the way is compulsory. I am requiring everybody to read the supplementary regulations. In fact, all of this I want people to read, because last time I did this, I got lots of questions and private messages and stuff asking me things that was right here. So if you want to read that and you want to join, then you will need to go over to my website, www.charlierosco.com, read through all of these regulations, which will tell you everything about the race. And then down the bottom of the page, well, not the bottom of the page, there's a sign-up form. So this is where you will put your details in, let me know that you are interested in joining. And the way it's going to work, as I say, if we only get sort of 15 to 20 people join, then it'll just be one single race. But if we can get 30 people to sign up, which I suspect hopefully we can, then I will be running 2 races back to back. So we'll start off with the first race. Once that finishes, we'll go into the second race. Qualifying is going to be a bit different. Obviously, last year I did 2 qualifying races to determine who was in a feature race and who was in a support race. I've scrapped that this year. The expectation is that you'll be well and truly practiced up and ready to go by the time the race begins. So as you can see from the event times there, server opens at 7:30 PM Australian time, so you'll need to figure that out wherever you are in the world. It may require you to get up a bit earlier than you would like. Qualifying will begin just 15 minutes later. It's a 15-minute qualifying session which will roll straight through to race 1 beginning at 8 o'clock my time, Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Now, if there is a second race, which I'm hoping there will be, if we can get 30 people to sign up, then race 2 will be about 15 minutes after the end of race 1. You'll be straight into a 15-minute qualifying session, followed by the race. It will be a little bit later at 10 o'clock. So if you do have a preference, please do let me know. Probably the easiest way to do it, since I couldn't add an extra box into this form here, is when you put in what car you want, and you don't, if you don't know, that's fine. You can just say you're not sure yet, but I would prefer it if you put a car in there. But also just put in there, you can see race 1 or 2. I would like you to list that if you have a preference, i.e. if you're in Europe and you prefer to do the later race, let me know race 2. If you're in Australia and you prefer to get it done and out of the way by sort of 10 o'clock, choose race 1. Obviously, I can't guarantee that you'll get your preference, but it does at least give me somewhere to start. So that's the first thing. And once we get to 30 invites, I will just remove this form off the website, or 30 people sign up, sorry. If there's more than that, if I get to the end of this or overnight, I end up getting too many come through, I'm literally going to look at what time the entries came through, and it'll be the first 30 people that will get to race. So that is something. It's been delayed a little bit out to this. I was going to do it this coming weekend, but of course with the iRacing Bathurst 12 hour, that is something I've had to put back. But of course that is only part 2 of my announcements, whereby there is there is a third announcement, as the title of this video does suggest. And that third announcement is that we are also going to be trying, it's the first one I've done. I recently did a practice run in Project Cars 2 for the Daytona 24-hour. But this time it's going to be on Project Cars 2. It's at my regular Tuesday streaming time. So it's going to be about this time on Tuesday, February the 19th, whatever time it is right now for you. That's what it's going to be on Project Cars 2. All the rules are here, so you can click on each of these pictures. It'll bring up exactly what we're going to be running in the server itself. It's going to be GT3, obviously still around the Bathurst track. Going with GT3 because there's a couple of extra cars that Gran Turismo don't have, like the Nissan, the Bentley, things like that. So there's a few different options there for people. If you're happy to go with what's familiar, you can do that as well. Race length is going to be 1 hour and 15 minutes, which is around about 1.2 hours. That's the closest I can get. Rolling start, here's all the rules, but the important thing is there is no sign-up form, no entry form to get into this race. It will be a first come, first served. Of course, the server size on Project Cars 2 is exactly the same as Gran Turismo Sport, in that there is a maximum of 16 people. I'm going to be one of them, so there will be 15 spots up available, and whoever jumps in to the lobby is who gets to race. If we can't fill the lobby, we'll just roll through. But you can see the stream start time there. I started a little bit early at 8:15. I will open the lobby at 8:30, so that gives people a chance to jump into the actual lobby itself, and then I'll open the room. We'll do a practice session through to 9 o'clock my time, 15 minutes for qualifying, and then race start will be at 9:15. So that should be a bit of fun as well, and hopefully you guys will join me for one or many of these races. And before you ask, you can't do race 1 and race 2 unless we have like 13 people in the server, and we just can't fill the second lobby. Then I may let whoever wants to join, even if you did race 1, to jump in and do it again. That's how it's going to work. I'm not going to go through any more of the regulations. They are all here on my website, charlierosco.com, and if you go to the front page, you can see I've put a handy dandy link right there. You can click on it, and that's going to take you over to that. So sign up as you will, and that is the announcements out of the way. So it's time to focus on the prize, and that is iRacing. And hopefully we don't have any laggage this time. I've been working on the settings, updating OBS, doing a couple of other things. So with a bit of luck, this all streams lag free, which is what I would like to see. But I need to do some practice because I have done no laps here at all. I don't know this track at all, but by the end of the night, rest assured I will, because I want to try and do this race at least twice tonight. So I need to go out and do some practice because I only have about 15 minutes remaining before it's going to roll to race time. And as I say, I haven't yet spun a lap here. I need to learn everything. But I need to get some sportsmanship rating points, or whatever iRacing calls it, because I need 4.0 to be eligible for this. So that is all the announcements. I'm sorry to smash it all on you there, but I'm also going to cut that bit out of the live stream. If you're on Twitch, by the way, and you feel like clipping that would be fantastic. But I'm going to cut that little bit out and re-upload it as a video. Actually, one thing I've been meaning to do is turn the interior mirrors back on. So let me go and do that. Do some practice, and then I'm going to have to grind this all week. If I can hit 4.0 tonight, which is highly unlikely, but let's pretend for a second I do that, then I can return to a bit of Gran Turismo something tomorrow night. I do also need to do some practice in the Mercedes. Graphics. Now there's got to be an option here for in-car mirrors. Maybe. No, I don't know where it is, and I don't think I have time to muck around with this. So that's cool. Maybe I'll come back to that. But what I really need to do is avoid contact with people and just run a clean race. Signed up since it's on Sunday. Yep, perfect. Lime Rock Park, what a track. Shane, I don't know it at all, but look, welcome to everyone. Now that my video part of the stream is over, I didn't want to talk too much to you guys whilst I was doing that bit. As I say, I'm going to cut it out and make it an actual video to upload, an announcement video. But for right now, the important thing is to learn Lime Rock Park. Even if I don't learn it, I'm just going to sit around at the back, try and avoid contact, try and have a clean race. I did try and get in on Sunday and do a couple of races. Well, I didn't try to do a couple of races. I did do a couple of races. And And they went disastrously for me. Oh god, oh god, oh what the hell? Is that? I guess that was a chicane there.
They say you cut the course. You'll have to slow down and give up the time gained.
That's worth remembering. But yeah, big welcome to everybody in the chat. Sorry to smash all the announcements on you. If anybody joins throughout and says what were the announcements, if somebody in the chat would be nice enough to tell people to go back and watch the start of the stream, or simply wait until I upload it as a video, most likely tomorrow. Chicane version idea. Alright, Shano, so obviously that's not a popular version. Right, braking marker. Let's try that one. It's a little bit wide, needed to turn early. It's a nice, fast, sweeping corner, though. Oh, wow, it just goes forever. If these guys know what they're doing behind me, I wouldn't half mind. That's not going well for me. Wouldn't half mind just getting out of their way.
You'll have to slow down and give up the time gained. Left side.
I'm following their line so I can figure this out. So yeah, hopefully there is something there. We've got potential. Right, there we go. So that guy didn't do any better job than I did the first time. But the two races I did Sunday night were disastrous. They were in the multi-class thing. It was quite a long race. 25 laps, I think, of the track that we were on. No, that one I could probably take in fourth. Okay, good to know. We've signed up. Nice, Brownie. Nice. So I am hoping we can get at least 30 people. I feel like we can, but it all depends because it comes down to timing. It's not that I'm sure. It's not that I'm sure there's not 30 people that want to do it, but whether or not the time suits everybody. Okay, so I actually need to, I think, double apex that. Go through the first part, run out wide, and go again. But yeah, depending on what content is coming up on my channel this week, as I run wide for every time. Depending on the content, yeah, so if you want to know what's coming up on the channel this week, it's going to come down to how I go, how quickly I can get to 4.0. But even if I'm slow in this first race, I feel like it won't improve my iRating points to go to finish poorly. But if I can try and avoid contact, which is something I couldn't do in the two races Sunday, I'm hoping at least it will boost my sportsmanship rating.
You got a slow car on the right. 1 minute 7.304.
So I guess I run out wide, back off a little bit, and then try and get back to the apex. I think that's roughly how we take the first turn. It's another one that tightens late. Hopefully I can just smash it through, get to 4.0, and then focus on practicing with the AMG around Bathurst, because iRacing's pretty savage with damage, and we're going to be doing very long stints.
You've got a slow car on the left.
Okay, so I think that is third gear over there. It's very taily. But yeah, I'm absolutely looking forward to this 12-hour. And there is no maybe I will, maybe I won't. I have to get to 4.0 and enter that race with ear ears. I think it's going to be an amazing race. Hopefully it's good to watch as well. Sorry it's going to be on at a bit of a shitty time for you Australians, obviously with the start time being midnight. But rest assured it will go through to midday the following day. So you should, even if you don't want to join in late, I've taken that too fast. Even if you don't want to join in to the late session, and I don't even know if I'm actually going to live stream all 12 hours of it. I may end up sleeping for the first couple of hours and letting Erie do that, starting my live stream when I start racing. Not sure yet, haven't worked out those little minor points, but
the car dropped ahead.
It's a lot of throttle dabs. Let old mate through.
Clear.
Tuck him behind him, see if I can get some tips. Yeah, that one should be about flat out, I reckon. I think Rory's streaming all of it. Yeah, I think he is, TJ, but just with the time of day and the fact that I may need to try and get some sleep at the start of the race, might mean that I don't want to sit up till midnight to start the stream. But again, I haven't worked any of those details out, but keep an eye out on my channel. And hopefully at least some of you will come across and check out my stream as well. Well, that is sketchy through that chicane section, isn't it? You should live stream the whole event. And look, I might do that, Alexander. But for now, it is full panic stations. Because I mean, I have so much to learn this week. It is going to be a big learning week for me. Need to learn how driver swaps work. Need to learn about pit stops. Oh, I've just lost concentration through there again. The first half was alright, and then I buggered it up. I think I could probably come into that a bit hotter and then brake a bit later. Have it on my laptop. Oops, I've run off track. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. That might actually be a fourth gear corner. Still too slow through there. Just label your stream into part 1, part 2, etc. and you can do multiple streams. Yeah, I could do. That could be a thing, Kogan.
Got a slow car on the right. 1 minute 4.448.
Oh, I was going to say that's better, but I still just cut it too shallow. Wash the bit off there. Get on the power early. But it's just so hard to keep clean races on those 2 races I did on Sunday. I actually recorded one, but such is my filth and disgust at how they both went. Oops, nope.
They say you cut the course. You'll have to slow down and give up the time gained.
Yeah, I never uploaded that, but... So race 1, I got punted 3 times, and I went back and watched them all to make sure that none of them were my fault, and honestly, none of them were my fault. I really feel that all of them could be pinpointed at other competitors. A couple of them I just got dive bombed. The quality of the standard of racing I've found in iRacing so far down in this rookie class has been anything but good. Race 2 I got... Oh, get back on the track. Race 2 I got punted on the very first lap and went from... So, by the way, in the first race I qualified 3rd. And I thought I could avoid all the hoo-ha. That wasn't to be. Race 2 I qualified 6th. Had a good start. I think I was up to 4th, and then a dive bomber just came through. There's nothing I could do. I couldn't veer to the left because I had a car right next to me. The right was the grass, which I did try to go to. Oops, you got to be careful on when you get on the throttle there. Nah, didn't keep it off the wall. Let's go back to the pits. I think we need a few cameras. One in the racing cockpit, one in your coffee mug. Yeah, it will be. And one in your bed napping. Oof, that's a bit weird. I might not do that. This Thursday? What's Thursday? Looks like GT Sport coming up Thursday. Okay. I don't understand why people would drive dirty in this game as you have to pay a subscription to play. That's a bloody good point you've made there, random person. That is a sensational point. It's one that I can't answer, but... oh, nearly went over the pit line.
they're showing us the black flag.
There's the stop and go, so I'm going to have to go back in the pits.
Safely. We need to make a stop and go.
Okay, let's go back and clear that. And we'll go again. Yeah, so I've got a lot on this week. I'll get out of his way. Yeah, so race 2 got punted on the first lap. Went back to dead last in 16th position. I actually had a blinding race. Worked my way back through to 8th with about 3 or 4 laps to go. I caught up to a guy.
You got a slow car on the right. Go left.
And I actually thought, you know what? I'm not even going to try and overtake him. I'm just going to sit behind him. Oh wow, qualifying's on. This is not going to go well, but I just have to keep it clean. It's just about keeping it clean at the moment. And I'm really going to try hard not to get frustrated, because I can tell you, when I finally finish this race 2 story, I needed some anusol to rub on my butt hurt. I was pretty ragey. It's the first time, first race in as long as I can remember. I actually Alt F4'd, which is, if you don't know what that means, you probably do. But if you don't, I just quit. Because, as I say, it was a long race, 24, 25 laps, whatever it was. I'd raced this whole lengthy race with about 3 to go. I caught this guy and I thought, I'm going to sit behind him. I'm already in 8th. What's 7th? I'm never going to catch 6th. I'll take 8th. Other than the first punt, it's been a good, clean race. He ran wide, so I kind of just stuck to my line and overtook him because he ran nearly off. He then started catching up and hounding me, and I thought, I'm just going to let him go. Like, honestly, all he's got to do is go and overtake a manoeuvre, and I will straight up let him go. So anyway, we came down the front straight. I stuck hard to the left. I had nowhere else to go. Literally up against the grass on the left.
Car right. Clear.
He was, I basically invited him. I thought, I'll let you go to the right. He was just got his nose up next to mine, and I thought, I'm just going to let him outbrake me here. And for whatever reason, why are you running into me? Just go around me.
On your left. Clear on the left.
That was dumb. Yeah, he had his nose up next to me. And he just decided to pit manoeuvre me. We got to the braking zone. I braked where I normally would, expecting him to dive up to the right. And he just literally turned left. I actually watched the replay of it. He came up and actually turned left into the back of my car, which spun me around, gripped in the grass, rolled my car. Then I fell off the map and auto-spawned back in the pits with about a minute and a half of tow, or a minute 40 of tow. Then I was going to have to repair the car. By then the race was nearly over. So I just Alt F4'd and walked away pretty unhappy. So I lost sportsmanship rating over those 2 races. I'm not going to do that tonight, even if it goes pear-shaped. I'm just going to have to charge on. But obviously I'm not going to qualify well.
Go right.
Oh, that guy's nearly nailed me again. There's nothing I could do. I was at understeer lock anyway. Not going to qualify well. Not worried about it. Just going to try and avoid contact and run my own race and see how I go. Signed up with the AMG. Nice, man. Nice. And hopefully we can get a full grid of project cars too, because that Daytona 24-hour race I did was fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And I think this Bathurst 12-hour should be good. It's going to start at 5 AM, which it should be in the dark. But given how bad I'm going to be here, I'm probably going to have to, at the start of my next flyer, disengage commentary for a second. Oh, wow. Wow, okay. Touch the brake, the arse has come around on me twice. Some deliberate understeer for tyre temp. The dog's up and about. Yeah, everything is through the website, and again, please read all of the regs. Everything is on there. I've had it proofread to make sure I didn't miss anything obvious. So all of your answers are there. And I'm probably not going to be replying. In fact, I'll tell you now, if anybody sends me a private message, a DM, or ats me on Discord and asks me a question that is literally answered in the regs, I'm probably not going to respond to it. Oh, that was the last corner.
Green flag.
Right, okay. Here we go.
Okay, here comes your first timed lap.
Not a great start to the lap, but let's try and do a lap that's semi-decent. Punch hard, back off again. Never quite got it back to the apex. Oh, this is rubbish. Oh. Not good. That is so sketchy. You have to... I barely breathed on the throttle then and the ass came around, so... Here we go. Let's try lap 2 and make it a better one. I hope.
One more lap.
Oh, super gentle on the throttle then. It's not good for drive out of the corner. But at least it was safer. Slight back off, back on full throttle. She's very skatey through there. It will at least be my best lap. If it records it. Which it did, it did.
The checkered flag.
Now, I'm sure this will still be way up the back of qualifying. Yeah, it's not looking great so far, but it's whatever. Hopefully next race will be a bit better. You're on it, babes. Nice wizard. Nice, man. What are the regs, mate? Oh, hang on. Just let me reply to that for you, Shano. It's just gonna have to type all that in for a sec. Reading, yeah, big oof, wizard. You know, there might be some people around you in your life that could help get you through that. Basically, zoom around big mountain road with walls everywhere and fast cars for 80 minutes. I mean, that's the long and short and curlies of it, yeah. By the way, I haven't even been watching how the stream looks. Can you please confirm in the chat if it is nice and smooth or if it is horrible and jumping all over the place? Yeah, so anyway, a heap going on. Mission number 1 for this week, get to 4.0. Mission number 2 this week, get the big AMG around Bathurst, get well versed, well practiced up for that because it is going to be a very long race. iRacing is so savage with damage, and I would hate to take over after a long stint of Erie's and plough it into the wall at the top. Write it off and DNF our race, which is something I guess Erie's going to have to live with if I do. I have already forgiven him if he does it. If I wake up at 4 AM to start my stint and I've got a message from Erie saying, don't bother mate, we've DNF'd, that's totally fine. I'm okay with that. It's smooth, looks good, fantastic. Watching from Android 7.1, nice hazy. It was an OBS problem. It turned out OBS had stopped auto updating, and it just was not handling anything off the PC in 1080p at all. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I have a GTX 1070. I know it's not the best, but it's also not the worst. Updated OBS. Took the frames back to 30 frames a second. So PlayStation, I'll still run at 60 frames. This I will still run. I'll have to run at 30 frames, but these are all test streams as well, because if I am in a live stream well, I am live streaming the 12-hour race. What I don't want to be dealing with is crappy streams, laggy streams, so lots of testing coming up. I've had a few buffering moments, not sure if you're dropping frames on my interwebs. Hopefully it's you, Alex, and not me. There's a guy in here whose missus cheated on him and no one even acknowledged the guy. What? Who's that? OBS has been strange since they partnered with Streamlabs. Yes, it's look, it was a little disappointing, but I updated. I actually just went to the OBS website and I was like, man, that version is about 4 versions after the one that I currently have installed. So I installed that and went to 30 frames and it instantly fixed it. Whereas I was getting lag on 720p at 30 frames, having lowered my streaming bitrate. So that's all OBS. David Eastwood. Is David in here? Well, if I missed you, David, I am sorry. Hello, I've missed a lot of people today because I've had a lot to talk about. But welcome to everybody in the chat at the moment. From David Eastwood to Random Person, Kogan, Mojo, Kraz, Kiwi, Y2 Kiwi, Old Man, Hippie, Staniel, Chris Redbeard. Who have I missed? I'm actually going to do worse. Squid. I'm end up going to be worse off here. Shannon, because I'll miss people having tried to read it. Brownie, obviously. Shane, I've said hi to. So anyway, if I've missed your name, sorry guys. But welcome to the chat. It is amazing to have you here. I do appreciate you coming along, of course. Doing the first one. Might have after work. But yeah, hopefully the time frame suits as well. I think Sunday night's a pretty good time for Australians because you're not on the piss, because it's not Friday and Saturday night. It's Sunday. Most people are at home, so I think it's decent there. It's Sunday morning in the UK, so it just means you won't be able to smash too much alcohol on Saturday night. Do it Friday night, be hungover Saturday, wake up Sunday morning, fresh as a daisy, ready to go for the big Bathurst 1.2 hour. Hello, Alex. How are you? Time to grid. I am absolutely petrified here. This is where I'm at mentally with these races. Absolutely petrified of people making contact with me because, unfortunately, no matter if it's my fault or not, I instantly get smacked if we make car-to-car contact. In that regard, it is even more savage than Gran Turismo, which at least sometimes the game acknowledges it's not your fault. In iRacing, they don't really care whose fault it is. Good luck with the race. Thank you, Chris. I will need it. Keep your head up, lad. Yeah, if I still actually haven't seen David Eastwood pop up, but I am sorry to hear that. It is great of you to be here. Hopefully I can cheer you up a little bit with how bad this race will go. Hopefully not.
Green, green, green.
Oh, I'm already nervous now. Why did I get such a good start? I shouldn't have done that. I should have just got a really bad start. Nice and gentle. Cold tyres. Off the throttle. If anybody wants a position, they can basically have it. It's going to be a give me. I'm going to get out of their way. Whew, the nerves are up. The main thing is I don't get angry. Oh, he's braked so early. Yes, and there's the contact. Oh, and there's double contact. I really wish that guy would just learn how to race. So I'm already at a total of 8 out of 17. Holy shit. I don't like this. Just go around me, dude. This is all yours, man. You just don't make contact with me again, for the love of God. Random person, catch you peeps later. Going fishing. Oh, nice one, man. Have fun.
1 minute 13.008. You're now in third.
How am I in third position? I don't care where I finish. I just don't want people to run into me. Run well wide, off track a little bit. There's a guy in my rearview mirror, if you can see that. He's obviously lagging balls. And he is bouncing around everywhere. Oh, did you see that in the rearview mirror? Oh, that was terrifying. Don't run off. Thank you. Yeah, dude, it's yours. Just outbrake me into here. You've got it. I'm going to stay hard left. Roll out of it. Back. And he's cocked it up entirely. Of course he did. I am staying on the left, mate. Off track, that doesn't help. Oh dear, oh dear. Yep, go. You've got it, mate. You've got it. Good for you. Nice one. He's got a good run. You've got a good... Fair call, mate. You have a great run.
Clear. Right side.
I don't know if I'm actually
Still there.
going a bit too cautious. I don't know where he is. I'm petrified again. I'm going to roll out of it.
0.939. Clear.
Where are you? Look at him. That guy's pretty clearly still on dial-up. Probably time to go and buy yourself a 4G dongle or something, mate, because you're in strife there. Oh. That makes you queasy watching that. Look at him fly. Look at him go. What a little munchkin. Look at him go. MX5 Rodeo, it is Rob. Hippie the Kangaroo is back at it again. I didn't even realise he was on iRacing, but there he is.
1 minute 3.27.
Turn, you stupid Mazda. Ah, and now his internet's alright. His brother just stopped downloading 4K porn right at that moment.
You've got a slow car on the left.
Oh god.
Go right.
And look at that. All you got to do is pause the porn, mate. That was your problem. You had it running in the middle of the game. Dude, he's rocking a 56k modem with AOL. 100%.
1 minute 1.718.
Oh dear, oh dear. Oh. I actually just wish this guy would get out of my life. I don't need this kind of negativity on a Tuesday night. He's very slow in all the spots I'm not. Grip, please, thank you. What am I? I'm 6th. Okay, that's not even that much of a disaster, really. Especially given how much I was just 100% giving up spots.
2.6. 3.
These corners are a bitch where you have to brake whilst you're turning because the back end of this thing gets super loose. Looser than a $2 hooker. Oh, that's not nice. I'm sorry about that. Whoop. Unsure what I was doing there. Read in the chat. Hey Erie, how are you, mate? Great to have you along. I'm just over here not panicking about keeping things super clean and getting my driver rating to 4.0. Unfortunately, somebody has already made contact with me this race, so I don't know how it's going to go. In fact, the same dude made 2 bits of contact with me. So if you have just joined, taking it super easy. I'm glad our jumpy McPawnface has overtaken the green meanie there. Hey Conzio, how are you, mate? Bellin as well, if I've missed. Bellin Smash. Okay, I don't know what that reference is, but it sounds good. Is that kind of like how Mojo is nicknamed Stuka? Not that impressed that old Roger has caught up to me here. I was just pretty happy keeping a gap. And now I'm going to have to give away another spot if he tries for it. Oh, good grief. They're going slow. That's the frustrating thing about having to do this, is I know I can go faster. And I could get racy if I wanted to. Oh, someone has had an absolute Barry Crocker there. Look at him go. He's found himself back in the pits. Is this guy going to go the dive? Because he can have it if he's going to go the dive. Oh.
You're back in fifth. Clear on the left.
No, it's yours, mate. You have it. I'm going to tuck in behind you. You're all fine.
Still there.
Yeah, no. Just, can you accelerate now, please? Oh, he's all over the show. Don't hit me.
Clear on the left.
Not that again. We don't need that. Thank you. Oh, good, good. They seem to have gotten into some kind of altercation behind me. And I can probably stop panicking about it. Nice. And relax. No, I don't want to get racy.
4.282. You're back in third. Keep hustling. You got 10 laps to go.
This guy obviously is lap traffic. Hopefully he's faster and just clears off in front. Just monitor that gap behind me. I've got 3.6 seconds, which I can just casually cruise around and not worry too much about. Don't qualify or start from the pit. And what, just lap around at the back? is out the go, Vicky. First podium ever in which you let everyone through. Pretty much, Brownie. I am... What have we got? I've got another 9 laps to go, so anything could happen, but...
minute 3.717.
It would be pretty funny if I grab a third, having given way to anyone that even looks like they want to overtake me. Overtake me? Yeah. Threw an extra N in. How are we going? Down to 2.9. Okay, so I'm probably giving up a bit too much time now.
Slow car ahead, car stopped ahead, go right.
Oh, that's old mate out of the pits, don't hit me. Okay.
You got a slow car on the right.
Another man going in the pits. Is that's not second, is it? Is that... No. Yeah, it was lap traffic. That's okay.
1 minute 2.795. Okay, you're in second.
Oh, no, that was for second. Alright. This race so far is unbelievable. Down to 2.2 old Roger, so he's got pace. Hopefully he's got no consistency. It's not a bad little track this actually, if I pause for a moment to try and enjoy myself. How much SR do you have now? 3.1. No, 3.31. Sorry, 3.31.
1 minute 3.01.
I hope you're not going to crush my soul and go, yeah, it's going to take you like 30 more races to get up to 4.0. Because, like, I'm going to have to take a day off work if that's the case. Down to 1.1 to Roger, I don't like it. And there's lap traffic, I don't like that either. What do we got? 5 laps to go.
1 minute 2.59.
I've missed that one altogether. Just trying to be super, super gentle. Oh, is this guy going to give way to me? Yes. Yeah, maybe. Yes. No, you, sir, are a legend. I appreciate you, and I appreciate the work you do for the greater good of racing and sim racing in general. Actually made the corner that time, that's good. Now please get in the way of Roger. Please do not show him the same favour he showed me. And maybe he's watching my stream, because have a little look at what he's just done to old Rog. Perhaps he's listening. I think we can all stop for a second and acknowledge Alberto as being one of iRacing's great heroes.
1 minute 2.361.
That is an overbreak. Oh, look at that. 4.8 seconds, old Rogy Dodgy's back too. Yeah, nice. Oh, there's Roger up in the chat. You guys can't see that. He said, green number 4, what are you doing? He's currently playing the role of the anti-hero of this race. Welcome, the Punisher. That's who he is.
1 minute 3.171.
Again, that's an overbreak for turn 1. You're a lapped car, not getting out of the way. That's what old Roger said. So some frustration, rage coming out in old Roger there. He did smell second place. Rightfully so. I am a petrified bunny right now. Just hoping the wolf doesn't get my scent.
Got 2 laps to go.
2 laps to go. Come on, big dog. You've got this. I believe in you. And by you, I mean me.
2.677.
Still overbraking for turn 1, but that's cool. Oh, Roger has manually disconnected. That's what that said. No, it's a different Roger, I think. I was going to say, not a Jolly Roger there. Not a Jolly Roger at all.
You just got the white flag. That means 1 more lap to go.
1 more lap.
One minute 2.189.
1 minute 2. Geez, that's basically my quality time. I guess I am getting used to this track, having now done 20 laps of it, or 19 and a half. As I run too shallow and then too wide on the exit. 3.4 seconds, so Roger is smashing along. I mean, full credit to the guy. He's doing a sterling job. Oh, that's a bit of a... Yep, don't worry about it. It's all good. Last lap. Oh. Whew. You're damn right. There we go.
Alright, there's the checkered flag.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the power
Good job, you did really well.
of clean racing. I cannot believe that. I legitimately, anyone that came up behind me, I was going to give them the spot. There is no argument there. Just completely get out of it and they can have the spot. Huge shout out there to green number 4, who did play the part of the anti-hero for me then. Absolutely love it. How do you get the spotter to read the lap time to you? Probably. At Harry... Oh, that's just a part of iRacing. What's that? Definitely not a Jolly Roger. To be fair, I'd be pretty salty too. Yeah, that's fair. Probably a Salad Dodger Roger. Oh, maybe he's a Salad Dodger Roger. One race and you finish second and you're 4.0. How great would that be? That's not going to happen, Alex. Let's go and... Who are you racing the 12 hour with? Vicky, it is fellow YouTuber, friend of the channel. Here he is. He was in the chat just before. Very excited for it. I'm hoping it goes very, very well. What a race. Thanks, Hippie. Nice one. I can't believe that. I literally cannot believe that I just tried to avoid everyone and got the hell out of everybody's way, let them all overtake me, and finished up second. That is... I will take that. Oh, and a... Charlie, thank you for a year of good times. Hazy, it's my absolute pleasure, and thank you very much for your kind super chat there. We get to see Superman kick that man square in the nerds. For you $2, much appreciated, sir. You are a legend. Right, let us quit out. But a well-deserved second. Thanks, Brownie. Oh, what car are you using for the 1.2 hour in GT Sport? That's a very good question, Brownie, and it's one that I have not even had time to think about it. Might need that $2 to help for taking a day off. Yeah, I might do. If I can't get my points back and I have to take a day off work, I may well have to bloody... Oh, good, it signed me out again. Thanks, iRacing. And I'm not going to fall for this trap. I'm not going to fall for this trap of accidentally revealing my password. So let me just sign in again. Enter my password now. Brownie can sing like a bastard. And sign in. And I can transition back. No, appreciate that, Hazy. Thank you very much. And, of course, thank you to all of the channel members. I've seen most of them in the chat. I think, of course, Kogan, Piosco, TJ Deacon, Staniel, and Nick Magic. The VIPs for the channel. So, the good news is I'm going to be able to rejoin that race again in just 20 minutes' time. Let's go and see if I can find some kind of ranking here. Profile, where's license? I may not have applied it yet. Oh, you're kidding. 3.35. That is not a big gain. That is not what I was hoping to see for a second position. I did unfortunately get run into twice, so I got 2 hits for that. That is unfortunate to see, but nonetheless. I presume that has been applied to that license already. That will be because of the contact and running off. Yeah, it will. Did I actually run off? I think I got 1 off track. Times 1 off track, but then, yeah. You have one of my favourite... Yeah, thanks, Hazy. Appreciate that, mate. It will also depend on the quality of the drivers you were against. Yeah, I think the I rating depends on the quality. A measure of driving skill as compared to others in iRacing. Yeah, so your I rating, I'm not too worried about the I rating. I don't need a C license. Obviously, that would be great, but I don't actually need a C license to race. I just need that to get to 4. So this is how clean and consistent a driver's racing is. So I'm guessing this is consistent lap times and also a lack of contact and running off. So that is where that is going to be at. But that's cool. That's cool. We just tippy-toe our way. But that is a little bit concerning that that was only 0.4 of a gain. I may need to do a lot of racing. Okay. Let's just do it again, shall we? Continue. You had like 9 penalty points, so yeah, you'll get more next round undoubtedly. God, I hope so. It's great to get a second, and it probably did give me some iRacing points, but that's not what I'm going for. I don't need a C license. The D license is enough. I just need that 4.0. Drive up the back and run smooth. IR depends on your final position. If you're on the top, 50% you'll increase it usually. I've got plus 0.54 in one race once. Oh, nice. Why does your rating look nothing like mine? Oh, this is the beta UI. So they have a new UI, and I think it's just called iRacing UI Beta or something like that. So I'm just trying it out. Just putt around in last. Is it? Can anyone confirm that that's actually really a thing? Is that 100% true, or is it not true? Like, because what I don't want to do is sit up the back, rock around, and then get no sportsmanship rating, or whatever the hell this game calls it. Let's go with sportsmanship rating, because you all know what I'm talking about. $15 registered already. No one is out there. I'm going to take a very quick 1 minute break because I forgot to fill my drink bottle up before this stream. So I'll be back in 1 minute. Don't go anywhere. And I'll come back for race 2, where again I act the scared little bunny rabbit and hope that nothing hits me. I'll be right back. Alrighty, gonna try and join the same session. Never raced on this track before that. Yeah, well, nor at Iconzio. Can't be too hard to pick up because I just did, what, 10 minutes of practice and came second. Sure, it was a lot of ass and a lot less class, but I did it. You also like stuff. I do like stuff. Want to talk about stuff? Yeah, we should talk about stuff, Shana. What do you want to talk about? Just the stuff and things and how all the Duvalakis get in the whatchamacallits. Yeah, not about anything. Just talk. SR also depends on your historical incidents. If you have 3 straight races without 0, you probably get a boost. Just an example. Oh, right, Vicky. Oh, right. Thank you for your wealth of knowledge here. As you can tell, I am an iRacing noob. Harry, 3.67 your rating is. Nice, man. You should race a Ferrari GT3 or some D series. In terms of the Bathurst 12-hour, Erie and I have both already locked in the Mercedes. I haven't actually bought it yet, but I will do that soon. But I believe Erie has already purchased the Mercedes AMG. And yeah, so I think that's what we're going to go. You should race Ferrari GT3 or some D series. I don't think I can. I don't think I'm eligible for those. I think the only things I'm eligible for... there are some time trial things I could probably do. I might look at that tomorrow night because I am now more confident than ever that I'm not going to... get to 4.0 tonight. Which disappoints me, but that's fine. Now there has to be a way to turn my mirrors back on. Show video time and network steering. Because I've obviously turned them off at some point. Maybe it's under advanced. Cockpit mirrors. What's this do? This setting specifies the maximum number of mirrors to enable. The use of fewer mirrors improves frame rates. Mirrors are activated based on priority scheme left. I might go 2. And let me know if it ruins the stream. I'm hoping it doesn't. I'll throw it out there. I started iRacing at the same time. You did, Ryan. I don't know anything, just a bit of a guesswork. Yeah. You're not rookie, you have a D license. Yeah, that is true, Vicky. But geez, what did I do about 8 to 10 races in rookie to get that D license? So, in terms of how the game works and everything, I am super noob still. Someone said Alt F4 before. Yeah, I'm not sure that works, Ryan. Could be wrong. I can race the Ferrari GT3 and my rating is 3.67. What's your license level though? Is it D as well? How many screens do you have? Just one. Vicky just rocking a single 42-inch LCD, which is why on stream I'm sitting a bit too far back in the car like that, and it looks a little bit weird. Okay, so I didn't turn on my middle mirror, but that's okay. I've got the virtual mirror there anyway, and I've got the mirror on the left-hand side, which I think will be helpful. Question: salt and vinegar or original Pringles? I'm walking to Tesco now. What about... I think salt and vinegar is probably the better option out of those two, Brownie. But sour cream and chives. It's got to be your go-to for Pringles. You got to go sour cream and chives, mate. They are the flavour. Yes, that looks weird. Too much field of view for me. Yeah, if you've got triple screens, because I actually do technically have triple screens, but I'd have to move my whole rig, and this is where I set up for PlayStation, for Gran Turismo and stuff. But I'd have to move my whole rig over. If you go to my website, charlierosco.com, you can see it down the bottom right-hand corner. Under More, and then under About Me, there is a picture of me with my 3 screens set up, but I just never run it because I'm always over here on PlayStation. So I'm just running a single 42-inch screen. I have to have this huge field of view so that I actually can see out the left-hand side of my car. If I move it right up, which is obviously where I'd prefer to have it, I have no lateral visibility whatsoever. So that is why I know it's a little bit awkward, and I know if you watch people like Jimmy Broadbent, this is going to look odd on stream, but it's the only way I can see on a single screen. If I go back to the triples at some point, then I will, of course, take myself much closer to the steering wheel, because I'll have those 2 other screens to provide me with some peripheral vision. Brownie, I just unsubscribed from your channel, resubscribing to give you hope. Resubscribe to give you hope, then unsubscribed again for saying sour cream and chives. If you don't, I mean, come on, Brownie. Sour cream and chives, mate. Don't be a savage. Eat a real nice flavour. Eat a good flavour. Sour cream and chives aren't always my go-to, but in Pringle Land, they do reign supreme. Wonder what sort of lap time I can actually do now that I've got a bit of experience. And maybe I just won't run qualifying. I'm not sure. What's your call, Vicky? You seem to probably know as much, if not more, than anyone else here. What would you do if you were me trying to get to 4.0 and obviously not lose? Can you lose a license rating? Can I go back to rookie from D? Should I run around at the back? Avoid all contact. Or should I just race more race and hope for the best? We don't even have sour cream and chives? Oh, you are missing out.
You got a slow car on the right. Go left.
Yes, you can go back if you keep crashing and driving noob style. Oh shit, okay. So the question is then, if I'm coming last, even with a nice clean race, if I'm just lapping around up the back end last, is it likely that I will just drop a license level and go back to rookie? Is that a thing, Shana? You know a lot about iRacing. What would you do if you were me? Would you sit up the back? Or would you still try and get a semi-decent position and just do your best to avoid contact, which, as I proved on Sunday, and I think that race as well, is not always possible, because you're sitting around hoping for other people not to F up. Go hard and not crash. Okay. I should probably concentrate on getting that last turn right if I want to do a fast lap, shouldn't I? I want to get sponsored by sour cream and charred Pringles now. Wizard, that would be that would be an amazing sponsorship. Okay, so the call is from Shano at least. To go hard. And just do my best to avoid contact. And don't do that little off-track thing that I just did then. Perhaps if it's coming down crunch time, it's Thursday night, I'm still not on or anywhere near my D rating. Maybe that's the point at which I'll sit at the back. Not D rating, my 4.0. Maybe that's the point where I'll sit at the back and focus on that.
One minute 2.903.
My headphone controller right now, my headphone cord, sorry, is currently tickling my neck, and twice then I thought, I have a dirty great big spider on my neck. Seriously, get off my neck before I get upset. I just felt it and I'm like, okay, just go quiet, just be chill, you've got this. You just have a massive Sydney funnel web crawling up your neck. It's no big deal. But it wasn't a Sydney funnel web for two reasons. One, we don't get them in Tasmania. And two, it was my headphone cable. But there was a little moment, just a brief moment, where I thought, this could get awkward. I might start singing like Brownie here in a second.
1 minute 2.41.
Committed to the throttle too early then. Yeah, I actually pushed too hard through there, and you can see from the delta that wasn't the quickest way to do it. That is way too much court. That is way too much curb to take into the last turn. And definitely did some good damage there. Damn it, too far forward. You can go through people in the pits, can't you? If you're getting your S&C Pringles sponsor, can I get Toblerone sponsor, please, Wiz? Toblerone would be cool. I think I would have paid to hear Charlie Rosco meltdown as a spider crawled over him. I don't think I would have melted down. I'm not a meltdown kind of guy. You may guess. But there might have been a little moment of some singing and dancing, no doubt about that, as I then murdered him and his family and everyone he's ever met brutally on stream. But it wasn't a spider, so we're all good. Not Ferrero Rocher. Ferrero Rocher's okay. I've eaten too much Ferrero Rocher. Okay. I mean, I'm loving where this conversation is going, guys. Hello, Armco, my old friend. You couldn't have crashed any closer to the pit lane. Yeah, it was perfect, wasn't it? I can probably go. I'm doing some optional repairs. Nice. Could also just hold down that for a sec. Bring out a new car. So we should only have about 5 minutes left till we roll through to the next one, where I can get nervous again. Oh, you're in my lobby. Where are you, Code Dog? Where are you? Let's have a little look. Is that you? Are you Connor? Is that you, Kogan? Conzio. Kogan. What am I saying? Jesus, I can't brain. Sorry, my brain just broke. There you go. You didn't see a meltdown, but you did just see my entire brain turn into a pile of porridge right there on stream. Sorry. Conzio, you're in my lobby. And is that you, Connor? I think that's you. Might have been 6. One of the packs sort of disappeared, and I don't know. I'm just loving this chocolate conversation. It's on topic. It's on point. What did Ryan say? To be sung in the vocals of Hello Darkness, My Old Friend. Yeah, that's what I was going for, but I didn't want to sing. I'll leave now. Have a look in my channel. If you have any doubt. Have any doubt about what? I would love to be in your lobby, but unfortunately I'm at work. Yeah. What's going on with you and work, Kogan, mate? What is going on with that? Well, I'm not going to keep up with the Conzio, but honestly, I'm not really too fussed about that at the moment. What I will be fussed about is if Kogan does a Stuka on me. Kogan, holy shit, Conzio, I can't. Sorry, you're going to have to just let me just Control Alt delete my brain, reset it. Yes, welcome back. The Conzio. If the Conzio Stukas me, then I'll be out. What was I even talking about? Jeez, I talk some shit sometimes, don't I?
You got a slow car on the left.
Please no Punterino.
Slow car on the left.
That's what Jimmer says, isn't it? You should be in work. Nah. Work's just for those people who like to make money. Conzio equals the Australian Kogan. Apparently that is now a thing. Thought I'd see how late I could break then, and yes, I did technically pull up. And no, it was not attractive. Or fast. But the good thing about having the Conzio in here is there's at least one driver in this lobby I can trust. And that makes, yeah, the Conzian. The Conziogan. Shit, that was a mouthful. That was too fast. I'll just nom up that little thing. Hold on, did I misunderstand something? Why do you need a 4.0? I thought it was to participate in the iRacing Bathurst, but I can't find any info on your page. It is, but no, that info is not going to be on my website. Only the information about the Bathurst 1.2 hour that I am hosting. You can find information about the iRacing Bathurst 12-hour race on the iRacing website.
Minute 5.029.
And yes, the license requirement is D, which is fine at the moment. But I need a sportsmanship rating, or whatever it's called, safety rating, of 4.0 to participate. At the moment, I have 3.35. And I did not want to have to message Ears the night before the race going, dude, I'm so sorry, but I can't participate because I never got my SR high enough. No doubts about iRacing. You're a bit loose. I'm well loose.
1 minute 2.276.
That just describes me as a person, though. Just loose as. But I did tell you I was a noob. That wasn't off track. So that lap would be discounted. Not like at the supermarket and get like 40% off. That would be excluded from my quali times. And that's where I should have learnt not to nom the apex. There's a 101.7, so that is my fastest lap I've done. If you don't get 4.0, I'll punch you off in your 1.2 hour race. Thanks, Wizard. Appreciate that. That's the motivation I needed. That was the little tickle on the balls that I needed to get my act together. Do you know if Aries will be streaming the 12 hours? Well, Hazy, he absolutely will. He will be streaming that. I will be streaming it. So you will have two options. Of course, you're not going to see anything different because we're racing in the same team. So presumably it will be the same telecast, only nothing, I guess. But, you know, please don't forget about me. Stop advertising on other people's streams. Exactly, Nightbot. Happy to tickle. Appreciate the tickles. The test tickles. See what I did there? Was nice, eh? I bet you like that. Someone just lolled. I know they did. Get a bit of heat. With so much unders here, and I'll do the same here. Oh, there's a guy there. Dude, perfect, you go.
Right side. Clear.
Oh, that guy's had a bad day. I need options. I only ask in case you don't stream the whole thing. Yeah, that's fair. That's definitely a fair question. The practice and quali incidents count towards license. Okay. Thank you, Vicky. I've only got one off track in practice, but I didn't lose anything then. I know my overlay covers it up, but you just have to trust me, I did not. Did not get any off tracks or incidences then from old mate. But thank you, that is a pro tip. I didn't know that. I had wondered it. Test tickled belongs in the Oxford Dictionary. Fact. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's the same show, but a bit more British. Jules, I'd argue it's the same show, but a lot more British. As we enter quali for the second time, I'm still hesitant about landing mid-pack. I just will be petrified for this race if I am in the mid-pack. Go for pole. Look, I tell you what, if I can just lead from the front, it will help, but you've got to push hard and then you're more likely to make mistakes. And also, I just don't think I have the raw pace, but let's see how we go.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag, green flag.
Okay, here comes your first timed lap.
Not great through there. Missed the first part of the apex and just never brought it back. Nom nom, too much curb. This is what you come here for. Listen to my commentary about every time I screw the lap up a little bit. Not a big deal. Got scared then. I actually had the line right to start with. Panicked and rolled out of it.
One more lap. 1 minute 2.022.
102.0, so I've been faster. Don't know why I turned in so late then. It's the apex and it cost me, but I will at least go up by sort of 3.5 tenths, which will get me into the 101, so...
There's the flag, it's over.
It will at least, yeah, 101.6, so that is the quickest time I've done. Unlikely to be good enough for anything at the front, but you watch, this will land me right mid-pack where I don't want to be. Oh, no, okay, second at the moment. Oh, Stan Lee's behind me. That's what he's doing now. No, it's too soon to make. I'm not, yeah, Stan Lee's a great guy. Erie is quintessentially British. Watches soaps on TV and supports American football. Lol, got him. You're still using this shifter, or are you using paddles? Can you even use paddles with the MX-5? You can use paddles with the MX-5. Very nice lap. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Brownie and Wizard. Appreciate that. Now's when the heart rate goes up. The blood pressure rises slightly. Put some pressure on the old ticker of mine. And we hook into another race, which hopefully goes okay. Yeah, no, Erie is definitely quintessentially British. I will give you that. You don't watch any of his streams and go, I wonder what country this guy comes from. Oh shit, I think I've got 12 more entry forms. Who was it? Speedy Tyres, I think, was astute enough to sign up when I put it live on the website before I even announced it on stream. But I do have somewhere in the order of about 13 sign-ups to the Bathurst 1.28. And that's just what I'm seeing here. It might be more than that. No, 15. I've got 15 sign-ups, so race 1 is out of the way. No, I'm not even going to go there. Get a good start, keep it clean. That is absolutely going to be my goal. Been playing Destiny, Alex? No, I have not had time to scratch the area that got tickled recently. Unfortunately, I have not had a chance. The very small... I don't know if you missed out. Last week was insane. I was spent Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night preparing for the 6-hour race. In real life, I actually did on Saturday, which I will discuss in another at another time. This just doesn't feel like a great time to hook into that. I did have a lot of fun. We did come 7th out of 30, which was cool, but we were 2nd at the 3-hour mark, so it could have, we were looking good for that 6-hour race, but nonetheless, that consumed my entire last week, really. Hence I did one stream on Tuesday night last week and then couldn't do anything else. Have you heard Thunderstream? Now that's British. It is British. How beefy does your PC need to be to run iRacing? Artificial Fruit, in all fairness, it's actually a very, very well optimized game that runs fairly decent on even the nuggetiest of nuggety computers. I surprised a lot of people on the Discord were doing the test. I think there's a thing on the iRacing website where you can actually go and test your rig and see if it will be appropriate for iRacing, and it surprised a lot of people with their their laptops and things like that were able to run it. So you might have to set it to potato settings, but at least if you can get high 20 frame rate on potato settings, you can run it. It is well optimized, to be fair, so if you're unsure, then it's worth going and doing that test. Normally speaking, racing games are tough on the PC. They are. Artificial Fruit. Project Cars 2 on the PC is a nightmare, not well optimized at all. Excuse me. Sele Corsa is quite good. Because you can run it at potato settings and it runs okay, but as soon as you start to turn that up, it dies. iRacing is good. It really is. It came out in 2008. I have an i5 and a 1050 and it runs great. There you go. And a 1050 is not exactly the beefiest. It's a nightmare on PS4 as well. Actually, it's not well optimized on the Sony, is it? Poor old Project Cars. I do love it. I do love it. But it undoubtedly has some problems. So I end up 3rd, which is not too bad. I don't think I'm in the server with the Conzio now. Here we go. The nerves begin.
Green, green, green.
That guy has clearly missed a gear. That wasn't off track, unfortunately. I just missed sight of the corner there. I was a bit too close to him. I did get an off track, and for some reason I've decided to cut that corner. I didn't get an off track for it though. Just lost sight of the apex there. I was a bit close to old mate.
1 minute 9.33.
Oh, old mate's going the dive.
Okay, you're in second.
You can have it.
To the left. The next car's the leader.
You can have it. I don't want contact. That guy must have gotten off track then. Oh shit! So did I. Damn it! Spat her out a bit wide on the exit. That's stupid. That was absolutely stupid. My bad. That was ridiculous.
Minute 2.381.
Oh, old mate in the lead has just dead set disappeared. And I run off again. Is he there and just lagging balls? Or is he legit dropped? Don't try and overtake up through here. It's 2 little mistakes so far I don't like. I'm not happy. I will punish myself by next time I'm buying Pringles, I'm not going to buy the sour cream and chives. That's punishment enough, I think.
1 minute 2.115. You're back in second. The next car's the leader.
Very gentle through there that time.
At 1 minute 1.568.
Old mate ran a bit wide there, and for some reason I've managed to follow him through. Got to try and not watch what he's doing, just watch the road. Drive to the road and not the competitor. What is he doing?
Car right. Clear.
Must have got something awfully wrong then. No big deal. That was a big deal. That was a very big deal. Don't go the dive again.
1 minute 2.981. Car right.
You know what? Have it.
Hold your line.
I'm not going to argue with you,
Clear on the right.
even if it is for the win. His ping is slightly concerning. A few little jumps from him. But that's okay. I'm not going to let it get me down.
1 minute 2.719. The next car's the leader.
Sorry about the lack of talking here. But I think you can appreciate how high the stakes are.
The next car's
Whoa.
the leader. You got a slow car on the right. Car stops on the right.
I actually kind of cocked up that last turn then. He's Skippy the kangaroo routine did just distract me for a second.
1.782. The next car's the leader.
Oh! Got away with no off track. I did make an error on my turn-in point.
Minute 1.657.
I'm in at 1.6, so I've just equaled my quality time, which is good. I think I should be hugging that left-hander as close as I am. I should probably be moving back out from the apex a little bit. No doubt the most nerve-wracking part of the entire track is that chicane.
Minute 1.637. The next car's the leader.
It's pulling away from me a bit now. I'm just making a few little mistakes which I'm not happy about, and it's allowed old Luke to catch up to me a bit as well. Still continue to turn in too early there. I think it's at this point just part of the routine and the habit. Cocked up the last turn though. Don't think Luke's going to be close enough to go the dive here, but we'll find out in just a moment.
Minute 1.983. You got 10 laps to go.
That was a bit wild. It was very wild. Competitive race though. Can't believe how high the pace is.
2.382.
Not even sure if I have to lift through there. I reckon if you got it right, you could probably take that flat.
Minute 2.17.
Was not good through there. Well, there. I've really lost the knack here at the moment. Just need to try and find my rhythm back. Don't try and overtake here, it's stupid. I'm talking about him like he can hear me. Obviously he can't. But he must have sensed what I was saying because he didn't dive bomb me up there. That would have been pretty disastrous for both of us, I think, if he had tried to do that.
1 minute, 1.927. You've got a slow car on the left.
Whoops. That was not good. And that is definitely going to get old Lukey baby up and about. Oh mate, there is an absolute Barry Crocker. How are we going? Not too many laps to go.
1 minute, 2.317.
This probably looks just super calm and totally chilled from the stream. But let me tell you, it is not that. Choosing not to heed my own advice about not bouncing over that curb. That's okay. 5 laps to go.
1 minute, 1.932. You've got 5 laps to go.
Did, by the way, get away without getting an off-track incident back there. Again, I know my overlay hides it, but... there you go, I was only very slightly through there that time. It's close again.
1 minute, 2.032.
I have forgotten to talk here. I am live streaming, aren't I? We don't want to give him zero chance, Speedy Tires. Come on, what's happening? What's going on in the chat? Should be reading the chat.
1 minute, 2.262.
Would be interested to know if this field's stronger than the previous race, because the pace is a lot hotter. I am so much faster this race than I was last race. The result is currently the same, but I am working a lot bloody harder for it.
You've got 2 laps to go.
2 laps. Alright, here we go.
1 minute 2.365. Right side. Clear on the right.
It did make me a bit nervous then. I know I'm going a bit too cautiously into turn 1. But the nerves are definitely up, the stakes are high. Okay, penultimate lap.
You just got the white flag. That means 1 more lap to go. 1 minute 2.069.
Old mate behind me looks to have had a very substantial incident. Now over 5 seconds behind. Just 2 more corners to go. One now. Short shift into 5th. Whew. Wow, that was intense. Apologies for the lack of talking there.
There's the checkered flag.
I know I was going slow into turn 1. I know it had
really well.
many faults, but I only ended up with 2 off-track incidences. So that's another second. I will take that. With 2 incidences out of 17, things could definitely have been worse for me. Whew, I can finally breathe again. Take a moment. And yeah, 101.6 was the fastest lap in race, which isn't too bad, and it is equal with my qualifying pace there, so not too bad. Good race. Time for a shoey. Feels like it's time for a shoey. 4th tried to pass and came together with 3rd. Okay, so 4th tried to shove it up the inside of old Luke. Great drive. Signed up for Bathurst with the Jag. Nice, Conzio. Nice, mate. Thank you. Brilliant again. Thank you, Hippie. Whew. Gee whiz. Let's go out and have a little look at what is going on. Yeah, the ping was 291, so it is pretty hard in Australia with iRacing, because you do end up with pings all over the place, as you can see. 283. Oh, sorry, Tiger. I'm literally just letting my foot on my dog. Didn't even realise. It's no big deal. Right. Save the replay, you reckon? Okay. I do really want to quit. I'll save that. What am I going to save that as? Very sweaty, try-hard ing. Very sweaty try-harding. I'll know what that is, because that was pretty sweaty of me. That was a totally different attitude from race 1, but the pace was so much faster. I do hope this was a higher level field, because, like I say, This beta thing is pissing me off a little bit. I should probably turn caps off, shouldn't I? But I am still going to, just to be safe, to be sure, flick that over while I pop the password in. Because I just don't want to be that guy who accidentally reveals his password right there on screen. Nice seconds. That's 2 seconds. Wait, Conzio chose a good car. May have made a mistake. So what's the chat been about? I'm so sorry I haven't been keeping up with the chat. I really am. I feel bad. That he dropped it, they took each other out. Keep it calm. I should have been reading. I was too scared to even look at the chat. I really was. Nicely done, mate. Thanks, Brownie. Breathe. Yep, there was probably a half a lap there, Alexander, where I didn't breathe at all. Once 30 people sign up, yeah, I will turn it off. I'm going to try and keep an eye on it. Where are we up to? Let me check my email right now. So it looks like 16, so not doing too bad so far. Don't have to close it. And obviously, if I end up going to bed, because you know it's 20 to 11 now, if I end up going to bed tonight and I haven't yet got 30, I'll leave it overnight. If I wake up and there's 45 or something, then I will just go based on the first 30 people that signed up. But it's actually not a bad thing. I had every intention of actually waiting till I got to about 32 or so, then cancelling it, and keeping at least 2, maybe 3 people in reserve, because in my experience there is always someone, at least one person, if not 2, that can't turn up on the day. They're totally right, they've signed up, then they get to the race and go, can't make it. So it's not a bad thing to have a couple of reserves anyway. Car choice for Bathurst 1.2. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I haven't made a decision at all. I'm thinking either the Jag or the Aston. That's what I'm thinking. Now see that SR. Let's go and have a look. I'm scared to even look at what it is. I only got 2 off-track incidences. Nothing with cars then. And I've now got 2 seconds for the night. Here we go. 3.43. So what did that go up? What did that go? My iRating's gone back up to 1368. It's finally overtaken where it was. So that went down to about 1200 and something there at some point. It went really low not long after I did it. I had 1 or 2 Barry Crockers, which I actually live streamed, people smashing into me, falling off the map and all sorts of stuff, which ruined my iRating. But my SR 3.43, it's a little concerning how long it takes to do these races. Like, I've now been live for over 2 hours, and I have only managed to do 2 races, and that's kind of the pace it's going to be at, and I really need to continue doing them. I am actually a little concerned that I'm not going to make it by this weekend, and I'm going to end up having to spend Saturday, which I don't want to do much on Saturday because I'll need to get some sleep and everything. I feel I'm going to end up on Saturday doing lots of races, and I don't want to do that. So you can see the iRating dip I took almost immediately. I think most of them were on the stream in 2 nights. I've been slowly going up. Oh, it actually went back up to 1353 there at one point. Dipped down to 1265 and 12. Okay, I don't really know what's going on there because it says I'm 13 something. But yeah, whatever. Let's not get carried away. iRating, safety rating. That's the main thing we're looking at here. Yeah, thank you. 3.35 to 3.43 is 0.08. You are right, and that is scary as hell. You can see the safety rating started at 1250, and then it did shoot up to 2270. I'm just slowly, yeah, it's obviously behind. Something's going on there because it's not reflecting what my license is reflecting, which is 3.43. Sleepers for the week. Which band says that? Is that Bring Me the Horizon, one of their old albums that were good? I can't remember. Not to mention you want to do a bit of practice in the... I'm going to have to do some practice in the AMG. 100%. That is going to have to be a thing. So it is slightly concerning. And at this point, it looks like I'll probably be live streaming both Wednesday night and Thursday night. Possibly even Friday night. Doing more than this. I might miss one night because you guys probably don't want to watch MX5 races every single night. So I might skip a night and just keep plugging away at this. Come in here and just try and put in 4 or 5 hours. It's less exhausting when you're not streaming. When you're streaming, by the time you've been racing for 2 hours, like right now I'm sort of winding down. I'm getting a little bit on the knackered side of things, but when you're not streaming, you're not talking to anyone, you can just get up and walk out in between races, have a drink, do whatever, and then wander back in. I can do more. I could actually sit here and do one at 11 and one at 12. So I might take tomorrow night off. I'll re-upload the first 5 or 10 minutes of this stream, which of course was the announcement of the 3 races. That is, of course... I really need to change this, don't I? I don't even know if this will allow me to do it. No, there we go. That's... If I can just change that to white. I don't even know how to do that, and I can't be bothered thinking about it. Can I just click white? There we go. Yeah, that's a Charlie Rosco helmet. Yeah, beautiful. Love it. You love to see it. Brody, you're off. No worries, Brody. Thank you very much for joining. Can iRating drop as bad as it can in GT Sport? It's not as quick, Muppet. From what I've seen, it's not as quick, but I could be wrong. I have not got much experience in here. If we've got any of our experienced iRacing guys still floating around, they'll be better to answer the question for you. Alexander... Got to get the kids from the nursery. No worries at all, Alex. Thank you very much for joining. Lack of sleep makes you weak. You are actually right, Harry. A lack of sleep makes you shithouse. If you want to perform at your best, the best thing you can do is get a good night's sleep. You're off as well, Alex Toms. No worries. So that is actually going to be me at the end of this stream. I don't think I can string together another race of that level of intensity. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow night or not. If you can, let me know somehow. Either here now or Discord or whatever. But yeah, that's going to be the end. So look, I do want to thank everyone for joining me and watching, even though that last race, I know I didn't talk a great deal. But I appreciate you sticking around and watching the racing. Hopefully you did enjoy it. I don't know if it looked intense on stream, but I can tell you here, the effort juice was pouring from the pores of my forehead. And a massive thank you to those, a special thank you to those that were kind enough to leave a like. It does help the channel out a lot. I really do appreciate it. It helps everything work. And of course, an extra special thank you for the super chat, which was always nice to get from Hazy J. Not sure if Hazy is still here, but I really appreciate him and donations from everybody as they come through. Finally, make sure you are on all of my social platforms, Discord being the main one. That's where everybody hangs out in between the streams. But I'm actually very active on Twitter. I'm really starting to enjoy Twitter a lot. So if you're on Twitter as well, or you're thinking about getting on Twitter, then make sure you add me there. The links to all of those, Nightbot has been spamming them, but you can also just go to my website, charlierosco.com. Of course, I haven't even mentioned the fact that if you're interested in the Bathurst 1.2 hour race on Gran Turismo coming up, I should still have this website open with a bit of luck. If I go, nope, that's the wrong one, here and then here, the Bathurst 1.2 hour on Gran Turismo Sport, February 17th. If you have project cars, not that many of my subs, actually a lot of my subs do have project cars, but obviously it's always hard with what time I stream. A lot of people watch this later on when it's not live, simply due to time constraints. But if you do have project cars, I am looking to fill that lobby out. I think I will, but nonetheless, would love you February 19th to be there. It's Tuesday night, so it will go live the same time this will. But to find out all the information and all the regulations, which, by the way, compulsory. If you want to race, you have to read this part. Do it. Because I don't want to see anybody asking questions that are answered in this area. How's that for putting my cranky pants on? Hey? You thought I was all jokes and laughs. But, it's all there. The project car stuff is there as well. The rules are there. They'll pop up as you go through and you can see how I've got it all set up. So it's there. There's the sign up form. As soon as I do hit about 32, 33 people, I will stop that. The first 30 get to race. The other 3 become reserve drivers. It's all on my website, charlierosco.com. But look, that is going to be the end of the stream. So again, a huge thank you to everybody that has joined me I can't wait to talk to you all next time. There's going to be plenty more iRacing streams coming up this week. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to smash this out. But thanks a lot, and I'll talk to you all next time. Bye for now.